go. Well, folks, welcome back to Major Diesel. I've went out this morning to feed cows and everything went okay. I didn't have any real breakdowns, but as I was releasing the last bale, I realized that the rotational spike plate that goes on the back of the roller had come out of one of the arms. Just a minute, I'll show it to you here, and then we've got to go and see if we can find some parts for it. Okay, here we are. We have, look, here's the arm, and you see it has no plate on it. This arm has a plate on it. This piece here, I just spun there. And we look over here, and here's where I hung it up on the side of the machine when I brought it home. So let's see. I'll just see if I can install it here. A little hard to do with one hand. Oh, there we go. Oh. There. We pushed it in there. But as you can see here, there's a little pin here that's broken off. And there's supposed to be a sort of a coupling. I'll just show you on the other side here. See how there's this old bearing race coupling on here with the pin going through it, holding it on so that it'll spin. If I just put a pin in there, I've done it already just by putting an old nail in the hole, and it kept the wheel on for one feeding of the cows, but the nail wears off pretty quickly. So, yeah, we better take that off again here and take it into the shop and see if I can find a pin for it. So, look through our junk pile here, and I find 2 or 3 old baler bars. Now, this caliper is the size of the shaft on the back of the Bale unroller, and as you can see there, the size of diameter of pipe of these baler pieces is quite a bit bigger, but I think I might be able to use one of them to create a stopper for our bale roll. Here on the workbench, been looking through and I found this bucket of bolts here. I'm going to dump these out on the floor and see if we can find us a 5/16 bolt that's long enough. There's one that's 1/4 inch and it's a bit too long. There's a matric bolt, might work. If I can find 1/4 inch nuts, I've got, I found 2 or 3 other 1/4 inch bolts here as well. So let's see if we can find a 1/4 inch nut or 2. Let's see, is that 1/4 inch? Nope. See, it only goes on that far and it jams. So that's metric. Looks like some water fell in the bucket. So I should maybe leave them out here so they dry off. Huh. It's not nice. I don't have nuts. It's that nut there. That nut is a 5/16. And yeah. I'm going to leave these bolts out here so they'll dry out when it gets warmer, thaws here. Yeah. Well, we ground off our old pin, and I looked around for some materials to make a proper holder for this thing, and I didn't get anything, and I had to go out and chore again, so I stuck it on the machine and stuck a nail through it. And it lasted for one choring, and the nail bent over and went right through the bushing. There you go, I had to grind the nail off. Let's see here. But while I was out choring, I was over at the barn, and I dug around and got a hold of some materials here. Like I showed you. And so I've got a couple different pieces of pipe here. Now, I've got this piece of pipe here, and it's just a little bit small. It won't fit over the shaft. Show you. That one's too small to fit over the shaft, and it's pretty light wall pipe. So, almost like exhaust pipe. So then I have a crossbar from a New Holland baler, and it's way too big. But if I took and cut a piece of this off, and cut a piece out of it, and hammered it round till it was down to the size it would fit this, and welded it shut, it'd probably make an okay little bushing to go on there. But I should really have not just a bushing, but there should be a flat washer on the end. We don't have any washers around here. So, I thought of something else here. Let's see if we can figure it out how to do it here. Change my vise around here. I've got the baler bar here, and it has this end cap in here, and this square tube is welded on top of the end cap yet. So if I cut the square tube off and got the hole in the center of the end cap small enough to fit like a washer, then I cut the end cap off the end of the pipe here, and then I cut a piece of the pipe and use a piece of the pipe for shrink it down and make it so it's round and fits that, and weld it into this piece. It'll give me a broad flange almost like a washer in the end there. So, got to do some cutting here. Change to a cutting disc. There we go. Zip cut. I also have some discs that are combination cutting and grinding if I run out of zips. I say, I don't have the right glasses, but I'm staying out of range of the sparks. You notice this end has a square hole in it now, and the square hole isn't broad enough. My shaft is just a wee bit smaller than this, so put this up against it to measure. My square hole is perfect at the ends, but there's just a little bitty piece in the middle on each side that it's not, that my square hole isn't quite big enough to fit the round shaft I want to put it over. So we're going to now, put this on there. It just about goes through the hole, and the corners just a wee bit more. Okay, and now this pipe almost fits through. I bet it'll fit in my shaft now without problems. Let's see. Yeah, I can get it right over top of the shaft here. Use just a wee bit of grinding in the corners yet, and it'll be fine. Go right over the shaft. Okay. Switch back to my grinding disc for a minute, so I don't wear my zip cut out. Grinder wrench is over at the shop, but I have this vice grip here. I can usually get my change my grinding discs with the vice grip. No, I don't usually, with a small grinder like this, spin the disc on very tight anyway. So a standard disc, I can usually change it without problem. Slides right over. Perfect. Now, put the cutting disc back in, and I'll cut this off the end here. There we go. It's up behind the camera. Okay, there we go. Okay, back in. There we go. I think these are just a wee bit heavier than the last ones I was using, but they're still a thin zip disc. And that's a little bit crooked, but the end that was cut off from the weld was fairly square. That's why I took it off of this end of the pipe. There we go. I'll take and pinch it in here like this. There we go. Now, can't just pinch this in a vise. You have to do it several different times at several angles, or it won't make a perfect circle when you're done. But if you do it right, you can take quite a large pipe, cut a notch in it, and just with a vise and a little bit of ingenuity, you can get it to bend right down into the circle the size that you want. Close it is. Slip off another. Didn't have it cinch tight. You probably wonder why I'm not just pinching it the round way and then cutting it lengthwise with the vise. When you do that, you pinch on your zip cut blade and it won't cut. I mean, it'll jam. Okay, I think that'll do it now. Cut metal with the grinder. It's good to wear a glove on the hand that you're handling your piece of metal with. There we go. Both hands, I guess. more out of that again. No, I think I should do a little more. Well, when you're doing this, you usually can't make it go right tight together until you pinch it with a vise, but let's see how we get it here. Now I'm pinching it the other way with the vise, and now we can weld that little piece up. Welder plugged in. Welder. And turn on the gas. And hook up the drum. Helmet. Go. Switch the welder on here. Thin stuff. Maybe turn down the speed of the welder a little bit. But let's see how well it. Okay. If it doesn't quite fit, I'll be able to beat it a little bit and make it fit. Buffer reel here. disc on the grinder here. These zips that I started using, these new ones from the spindle, are actually a little better than the first ones that I used here. Turn this thing around and clamp it a bit tighter. There. Okay. There we go. It's tighter. Thought it was tighter. There. Now it will be. Okay, nothing a little welding it there up now. Okay. Well, we got our wheel here ready to put on, and our new part ready to put on. Oh, and I need something out of the tractor first. So we're ready to put our wheel on. Got everything else. So first, I have to put this washer on here. Then I put that in there. Now, I put our new collar on there like that. So we have our new collar here. Put it on, line it up with the hole. Put a bolt through it. Have a bolt here. Actually, oh, there we go. Line that up with the hole. Huh. Oh, what's going on? I had the bolt go right through it in the shop. Oh, I'm in the wrong hole, I think. Yeah, I'm in the wrong hole. That's what it is. There we go. Got the bolt in. Oh, I hope I have a nut for it here. I got this one will fit. Yeah. But that shouldn't
bind, yeah.
It shouldn't have any trouble from now on.
Yeah.
None. And there's a washer on the inside.
Oh, yeah.
There we have it. All done. And we got this collar on here. Bolt, that nut has a shoulder on it with grippers that'll keep it from turning loose. Well, look at here. What do we got? Here we got the front idler wheel from a bulldozer. And looking over here at the workbench, we've got a retaining collar and a shaft. So, Yeah, work never ends.